wish I had a lathe. Found one last week and somebody beat me to it. Put it on a bolt. There we go. I think there's a dent in this one down here, but I can go in this way. Slide it down. So I think I'll make the slot in the top, and then I'll make a slot in there, bend it over, drop that into this hole. I got this one. I'm going to grind this one down some more. I'll weld up the hole and grind it down. This one goes pretty good. So that one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. So I'm going to cut a slot right in here. Slot's going to have to go up a couple inches, up to about there. Okay. Got these two kind of machined down. This one's going to be a little bit longer. Up in there, like that. Then we'll heat them up, bend it straight. We'll drop them into these holes so we know it's perfectly lined up. And then I will cut these to fit, raise it up, cut these to fit. That's how I'm going to do her. So now I'll just cut a little slot on each one. Nice to drill a hole and thread it. Or I could weld a little rod on there or something, so I can slide it up and down. I think about here, it can't fall all the way down. I think there's a dent. Same with this side, there's a dent there. So, yeah, I'll cut a slot in here next. Okay, got these two made. Cut a slot in here. Just took my cutoff wheel. I got it marked right top. Slide that up like that. I'll tape it in here and then we heat it up, bend it, and I can drop it down. There's the other one, the other side. I think that'll work good. I'm gonna tape those in there. Right side top. Okay, ready for the heat. So I'm gonna have to cut these down to size, but I don't know how the size is gonna be until I get it bent over straight. I'll use this for aligning it. When we get it bent straight, I'll use this to slide it in and out, make sure it's aligned properly, give it a couple little bangs. And then I'll have a gap there, and I'll just keep cutting this down to size. Then drop this pin down to here, and that should be enough to go through that. And down, I got it so it'll come down at least a ½ an inch on either one. That is the goal. Guys, it looks like it's going to be less than 3/4 of an inch probably, so less than an inch. Okay, I'm going to see if Peter can do that tomorrow for me. Just drove down to Windsor to get some parts for this Norton Brat bike. They had a brand new front brake caliper and rear brake caliper off a 2005 Softail, and they were new takeoffs. When she bought her bike brand new, she put on all chrome stuff everywhere, and I even got it's in that box there, I got all the hand controls for the right side. And I got the stock original grips, brand new, throttle cable, throttle, master cylinder. I got everything there for $100, and they're all brand new. That's including the calipers and everything. I was just going down there to buy that one rear caliper for $30. You can't beat that. I bet you from Harley Davidson they're probably $350 to $450. So I got everything for $100. So I just need to get some handlebars now and get this thing close to mocked up. I'll show you when I stop driving here, but I'm going to be an hour or two. Okay, here's some of the goodies I got. Throttle cable. She had both, but I only needed the one. I've got, I don't even know if I even showed you yet, but I got a pair of new, not new, they're in nice shape though, ammo carbs in this box here. I got a pair of them. They're nice and polished up. They got the good float bowl on it and spigots. And I got a pair of them for $70 Canadian. And I think it was $20 for shipping. So that's a pretty good deal for those two. Yeah, I got the two stock throttle grips, and this is the one for the cable. And the master cylinder, I'll just need to get a lever. Oh, I've even got the clutch lever side too. I should have got the clutch. Oh, it's a different clutch cable. I might have to use the British one on that. But there's all the parts are there for that. The cable. But this is what I went down there for. These are the discs that I'm using here. They're 11.5 inches across. So I wanted to, this is a Harley rear brake. And so from the center of this to the top is like 12 inches up to the very top in there. So it'll work perfect for here. You can see where the pistons are dead center over this. I just need to get the brake shoes. They're off a 2005 Softail, I believe. 3/4 inch hole, same as the wheel. I might have to make some spacers, we're gonna see. And then that was 30 bucks. And then, oh, there's a banjo bolt. Oh, there's Dog. We just went for a long walk. And for 30 bucks more, I got the front one. These are brand new, never used. They're right off of when she bought her bike. And it was still at the shop. She should take off the brakes, put all chrome ones on, and she ordered them. So, well worth $30. Like I say, this is probably over 400 bucks for Harley Davidson if you had to buy that. Okay, so I didn't get a chance to go over to Peter's today and heat up and weld that frame, but I'm hoping to do that tomorrow. And I'm all set and ready to go there. You got a leaf on your head. You got a leaf, right? There, you dummy. Yeah. You had a long walk. Good boy. Go get treat now? Yeah, go get treat. Okay, tomorrow I'll hopefully get that thing welded. I'm gonna, if it's nice out tomorrow, I'm gonna do my truck though. 72 degrees, 34. Beautiful day. Got my truck all back together. It was a lot bigger job than I thought it was going to be. Couldn't pull the bearings out. They're seized right in there, the axle bearings. So I cut them. There's my watchdog, guard dog. Come on. Bought that puller set there and I couldn't get that bearing out. So what I do is you Dremel a little notch in here at the bottom. So then the rollers can, once you get one roller out, as soon as I pull this out, they go they all just fell out. So once you get that, then you got a shell in there and you just Dremel it a little bit across like that, and then it just snaps. Didn't grind through it. I did grind through the other one a little bit, left a little mark in the axle, but it doesn't do anything, doesn't hurt anything. But this one just went perfect. And then you put your puller in and it pops right out like nothing. But I could not get those suckers out. There's not enough, it's not a big enough sledgehammer, slide hammer on that one. So I got the new bearings in, the new seals in, changed the oil. Got all the 10 axle bolts out that were all rusted in there, and I got them all out good. I didn't strip any or nothing. Usually I strip one or two, but I hammered the socket on really well. I tried to film some of it, but it just kept dragging on and dragging on. So I just wanted to get it done. And then when I got it all back together, my right rear brake caliper was seized. So I ended up replacing the brakes as well too, because the one caliper seized and it cut into the rotor, and the pads were, I would say there was about maybe 30% left, 25% left, and one of them was almost right down to the metal, the one that was seized. So I replaced those, so that's another couple $100, and then I had a caliper seized. The caliper bracket, the slip pins were, the floating pins there were seized right in there. They just snapped. The bolts just snapped right off them. No way I can get them out. And in Canada, you can't buy those caliper brackets separately. You have to buy the whole caliper bracket, everything. It's about $130. In the States, you can buy that caliper bracket for $20, $22, something like that. So I've done it before. In Canada, you got to buy the whole thing, and there's a $170 core charge. So so what the guy told me at the store there, he said, you know, when you return that core charge, the government keeps your taxes on that. So that's like another $25 or something like that, or 20 some bucks. If you go home and put the brakes in and then take the core back, you know, they'll give you back your $175, but not the taxes on it. Like, that's criminal. Pissed me off. So I said, I'm going home, taking it off, and then I brought the core in and then bought the caliper. That's the way to do it. The reason why I didn't want to do it that way is because I wanted to switch it real quickly and not have the lines all bleed out, you know, the fluid, so brake fluid. But the fluid is pretty dirty anyway, so I'm kind of glad I did. I kind of flushed it all out. So my truck's all done there. I just got to do the body work on that over the next couple of days or week. I don't know. I got to get that done, back together. There's my little guard dog. But the plan is today, as you can see, my bench, all my benches from here all the way across here. I mean, look at that. It's an absolute disaster zone. I guess this is how I work. So I got to get this cleaned up. That's going to be the first thing. Get this garage cleaned up. Okay, got her cleaned off. Guess it's been cleaned off in a couple of years. I kind of just piled it everywhere else though. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier for working. And then I find all my tools that I'm missing. I'm still missing, I think it's my 9/16 I'm missing there. Yeah, 9/16. I found it. Remember, I found it there in my last video. It'd been missing for like a month. And then I lost it again. So I can't remember where I was. Maybe it's down my basement, I can't remember. But yeah, we're getting this all cleaned up. I gotta get everything cleaned up before winter here. Can't fire up my furnace because of all the signs and everything there. I gotta clean that all up. I might take this over to Peter's. Oh, it's supposed to rain again tonight though. I'll have to see how the weather is. Beautiful out right now, but it's supposed to rain. Either that or tomorrow. Bring that over there, and I just got to heat it up, bend it back, make those two little pieces, get it all welded up, and then put everything back together on it so I can figure out where I'm going to cut the frame in here and mount the solo seat and little sissy bar and everything. However I'm going to do it. Okay, it's a lot cleaner for now. That's the best I've had it. I still got to do a lot of arranging in this garage, like the buffer and grinder wheel, like they're in an awkward spot right there. That nut and bolt thing, you know, I got to reach over the counter to look into the back there. That's not in a good spot. That might be better on that wall right there. Then I can see straight into it, right, and reach for it. Here it's kind of hard to reach over into that corner back there. Like I'm always looking over here, and it needs to be organized. Might be beer time. Oh, those are ice cold, ice cold, almost slushy. Perfect. Okay. At Peter's shop here, and he's got a little time between cars, so we're gonna finish welding this, and then heat these two arms up, and bend them into position, and get her to go. So he's got his torches there. He's borrowed his friend's welder because his good one burned out last week. He's had this for 25, 30 years, this one here, and it's burned up. Okay, I'm just waiting for him to get back. That's the same gauge as your sheet metal. Yeah. At 18 gauge. We just tack these into place for now. I'm gonna cut the other pieces. Peter said just cut them in half, like 2 shells, and put them on here. He wants me to leave a gap for him so he can weld it in nice and solid. And we hammered this pin down. I was gonna have it a 1/2 inch in, but we got about 1 inch here, 1 inch at the top on either one. You can kind of see in the slot there how far it's sticking up. This one's about 1.5 inches on there. So that's all welded up for now. I gotta file it down, grind it down a little more. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I'll end this video for today. The next video, I'll have these two pieces welded in and have the forks back on, swing arm, wheels in, and have it all mocked up. I don't have the handlebars. I don't have the tank, but we'll see how far I get. I do have a set of bars over there off an FLH. Maybe I can cut them all down and make my own. Yeah, that's gonna finish up this video today. I'll get something out for you. That's it.